I would say sometimes the battles we see on the media are abstracted from the real battles that people are facing, right?
I believe
So,
you're right.
uh, you know, you see someone like Harvey Weinstein or something like that, the media pushes up and stuff like that. But really, it's
That's an
more,
archetype for what's happening in society, and he just happens to be the most popular scapegoat, even if he is guilty.
yeah.
I understand.
Even if he's guilty,
We need a
I think
scapegoat.
obviously he's probably pretty guilty, but it's also a message to just that functioning of that part, right?
Right.
Uh, Even
But
George Floyd, right? It's just an archetype, even though like his case in particular, but also he's the archetype of that same kind of systematic
it's
beatdown that
it's
people
so
have.
interesting because if everything is viewed through the master slave dichotomy, then every archetype every story allows both sides to get what they want. The people who think black people are shit can look at Floyd's record and say, "Hey, that guy's shit." And everyone who thinks cops are shit can look at the cop and say, "Hey, they're shit." Everyone gets something out of it. That's so interesting because I've always felt that the most effective marketing is hated by at least half of the people who pay attention. Like hated.
I mean, it's a good story, and if it's a good story, it's gonna have reactions from every place that it can possibly have.
So you're saying the
Because,
more a meme conforms to where the viewer is on the hero's journey, the more it'll be effective?
well, I think it was more like this. It's like you have an image or something like that, right? And that image contains so many different narratives and stuff like that, structures. You can use any level of interpretation. And if it sucks, if it's not interesting and it's boring, the level of interpretations you can do with that image